Hi guys, it's Kennedy. Welcome back to With Love Kennedy. And so today I have a new video for you guys. And yeah, I have some news. I moved to Indiana and here's what's next for me. So go ahead, like, subscribe, comment down below if you're excited to hear about this journey, and let's get right into this video. So as some of you may know or understand, this is one of the biggest shifts that I've had in my life. Because for the past 9 years I've lived in New York City, and though I went home like every now and then for some time, like I've spent most of my adulthood in New York. So just being in Indiana is just a very new things for me. A very new thing for me. And I have to say I am quite excited about this journey and what everything holds, and I'm so excited to share it with you all. So I want to get more into why I moved and what is currently happening. So I genuinely just moved because New York was starting to really just become like way too much for me. I don't know if any of you know, but I'm 26, turning 27 this year. I'm also in a relationship, as you probably seen in my last video. So it's like New York was a really great space to be in as a young 20-year-old or like a young college student, and it continues to be a great place for a lot of people. But I think more long term, it's just like very difficult to navigate, especially as an older adult, because you know it is so fast paced and everything is so intense, and that intensity isn't always beneficial depending upon the person and like what their goals are. And so I just really needed to like slow things down and to like bring myself into like a new effort and a new energy and a new vibe where I feel like I can grow much better and like I can heal much better and develop in different ways, as not only just like, you know, an individual, but like in, you know, my family, in my relationship, in my job, in my career. So like I just think that this move is going to offer me such a beautiful opportunity to really just dive into who Kennedy wants to be as a woman long term, rather than like, okay, like what can a short-term benefit be, or like what is a short-term goal, like. And I just felt like I was constantly in that cycle in New York. Like I felt like I was just constantly in a cycle of chasing, and I feel like I finally get to take a step back from that, and I finally get to sit in stillness, and I can surrender myself to the things that I love and like my passions and my goals. And yeah, I'm just like really excited about it, because I know that there's going to be so much progress for myself and like the people around me involved in the process, because of just like the ability to just see things differently and to feel things differently without constantly feeling that pressure that New York always gave. And so I do want to talk a little bit more about like how I feel as opposed to like what happened. I think, you know, right now it is very overwhelming for me. Like I will be fully transparent, honest. Like I feel very overwhelmed by just the shift in general. You know, like I'm not used to just doing things sporadically, and like though I have done things like this before, it's just like I think it feels different when you don't anticipate it. Like when you don't anticipate moving around and shifting, and when you kind of just like allow yourself to get comfortable where you are, I think when the shift happened, it's like very overwhelming, and it's like, wow, like, you know, it does frazzle the body a little bit. And so right now I do feel overwhelmed, but like I do feel good. Like already, like I feel a huge difference in pacing, and just I feel a difference in spirit and like in my heart posture. Like everything feels very different just being in a space where everything is slowed down like so much. So yeah, and I'm also just really excited about like who I get to become as a woman. Like I get to become more disciplined, I get to become more focused, I get to build new habits, I get to tie all of this into the brand and the work ethic that I've been establishing for myself. And I get to do it in a way that feels like very good, like genuinely, instead of like rushed or instead of like systematic. You know, it really gets to like flow a little bit differently, and like I get to enter a flow state. And I'm just like super excited about that, because at this point it's like me versus me, and not even, because like I'm my own best friend, I'm my own teammate, so it's like there is no me versus me at this point. And I feel like that alone is like a very New York mindset to have, and I'm glad that I get to come out of that, because it's just like there is no versus anymore. Like it's really just me for me, and me for the people that I love, and me for my boyfriend, and like me for the world, you know, like so yeah. So as far as what's next for me, you know, I'm gonna keep building on what I've been working on, and just focusing on content, and focusing on fitness, and focusing on like building a new routine while I'm here, and of course like establishing myself as an adult. So like the little things like jobs and, you know, all of that stuff. But like, again, just like really excited, reiterating the fact that I get to have this opportunity to slow down and to enjoy my new home. Oh my god, I can't believe like I get to say that. Like I get to enjoy my new home with someone that I just love like so much. And like I feel like words can't even like capture the feeling. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited for you all to join me on this journey. I thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for supporting my videos and supporting my content. Guys, this has been quite the ride. So yeah, keep growing with Love Kennedy, and I'll see you in the next video.